Oh man, clicking for credits right now.
We don't have a good
Don't you
option.
have a sweeps?
He's only got 2 cards.
Oh yeah. Even so, credit sweeps. Wouldn't that take you to 4 for the archer?
No, it's still only a net gain of 1 credit.
Yeah, you're right. Good point. Yeah, your digital balls are in a vice right now.
My kingdom for the other psychographics.
Same old siphon here.
I mean, he's got to be running out of steam too. No, he's got 17 cards left.
Yeah. And with enough credits, he can just inside job the remote for the win. Like he could same old inside job right now and win.
It's true. He's probably not thinking about that though. Hopefully.
Yeah, he should know that that's an NAPD because if it was anything else, then it would have been scored along with Astro. I think when I told you to advance it, it was a mistake. It's because it telegraphs what it is. And then it gets stuck on the table. This is going to be the top deck deal here.
Nope.
Man, it must be 4 agendas as the bottom 4 cards of your deck. Alright, what do we got? Toll booth. So if you click for credits, he is going to siphon you.
I think I'm
You
gonna
need to
get.
trash the same old thing, right? I mean, because you've got to get out of this. You got to get out of this denial bias that you're in. And now he's gonna get another shot at R&D, but you don't have a choice because I mean, if you go up to 4 to res the archer, then he's just gonna siphon you.
Do I just get rid of what's on? I don't know. I think we're fucked.
What are your credits? You just need to get anything on R&D that you can use to buy you 1 turn of momentum. You really don't have anything. Not that you can res with 1 credit. So maybe we get lucky and he hits the NAPD and just somehow can't afford it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're fucked. This deck has a closing problem. Yep, that's GG.
Quick, use the Astra token on something.
Just for shits and grins.
Boom. Wrecked.
Oh, well, I just put it on there. He might think it's a. He hasn't seen a lot of.
It would be hilarious if he just didn't take it because he thought it was an overwriter. Oh gosh.
All right. So what do we think?
Deck's good and needs
A better pilot.
it needs piloted better and it needs a little bit less porous ice so that once they're tagged, we're not drawing so many dead cards.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. What do you? I think we're onto something here. Oh, we only have one psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
I
Now,
wonder. I wonder about making the deck more tag centric in smaller amounts, while still playing Fast Advance and using the Psycho as a springboard, dropping mid season entirely.
all right, so let's take a look at this, and then
We can drop
drop mid-season. I would add in another psycho.
yeah, and I wonder about the value of dropping NAPD for market research if we're dropping mid season.
What do you mean, like having market research because we just need the one tag? Or having market research because we just need one tag?
Right, right. But it still comes down to scoring. I mean, it's all about scoring the Astro, so I think without much draw, maybe Fast Track is a possibility. Sand should exist.
At least as a two of.
I mean, we can protect the Sand with an Ash.
If we're
And
not
since we
running
already
mid,
have Ash, like, we're not that afraid of Clot.
we're getting rid of information overload if we're not running mid-season.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think Troll's still good.
I think Troll is great. Yeah, information overload can leave.
Are you looking at my? Are you looking at my screen?
Yeah.
I don't think. Do we want Shoot the Moon? Is that still a good card for this?
It's hard to say. I mean, I feel like we're really going to be working quite a bit of the deck now that we have a good feel for it. If we keep the archers, we're losing a breaking news for them. And if you're losing a breaking news as NBN, then you have to score 8 points. Or you have to find your second breaking news.
I guess my only concern is
I like it just kind of glaciary and a little bit tag centric with the closed accounts. I feel like is enough control because we were getting to the point that we had a full hand of control cards, and we just kind of wished
that we could rush out agendas.
yeah, that we could get something else. Yeah, and a lot of the guys in the stream are
I can
making
actually
interesting ideas. Yeah, if we were playing mid-season, Fast Track for Beal is definitely what we want.
Oh yeah, Daily Business Show might be good for a deck like this.
Yeah.
But you know, slots.
Yeah, slots. Yeah, GLC, I think they're right. You know, for card slots, we have anonymous tip in faction for draw. I think we could spend that influence better somewhere else, even on a third Ash or something. I mean, we got to figure out what we spend this influence on. I like 2 closed accounts. I like 2 Psycho, and I feel like that's almost enough. Because, like, just making someone broke when you have Taxing Ice and an Ash is, like, the worst.
Yeah.
We could, yeah, we could add blue level clearance. We can also just add Scorch, like, just a Scorch.
Really?
You want to talk about making somebody play different? If they just happen to see a Scorch, they're like, well,
somebody.
oh yeah, and that's right, someone in the stream again, Draco.
I mean, if
definitely will, like something that needs to go in.
Yeah, but in place of what?
Either Data Raven or Gutenberg. We've got 6 porous sentries among our ice list, and then the other 2 requiring agenda forfeiture.
Okay, so
At least 2 Draco. I mean, Draco is like, it's great.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think of what's gonna be.
Yeah. Data Raven is good on a remote with Ash as well. Making them run through a Data Raven twice is great. I'm not sold on Gutenberg. I know it's good on R&D, but I just feel like after someone hits it the first time, they're like, well, I'm not going to run that until I'm ready to take a tag. Even though it is cheap for a guaranteed tag.
Yeah, I guess I mean if we're gonna keep with the the idea of passively putting on tags, then I
Yeah,
think what's got to go for Draco is Troll.
yeah, I think I agree. I like Drake or Troll as a control card just because it's not something that they can break.
All right, so we've got 3 card slots open and 3 influence.
16 ice, 3 card slots, 3 influence.
Um, um,
We should drop the shoot the moon, or no? Do you think we should keep it? I mean, I guess we have toll booths and archers, but I'm not sold on running either of those. I like the toll booths. The idea is to get a remote up quick enough that we can put a sand in it. You know, put something in it. Not just to make them come take it now because we're not playing mid-season, but
yeah,
in
no,
order to keep them from taking it.
I'm
And
with
then
you.
punish them, yeah, we got the Gutenberg on R&D. You punish them for the retaliation where they can't break the remote, so they hit R&D.
Um, I don't know. Well, let's look at our ice
Yeah.
and what we can put in. Um,
And if we're going less combo-y, I mean, there's always Grail, but I've heard mixed ideas about Grail in making news.
I mean, we could always actually put Caduceus in now.
Yeah, Caduceus is pretty great.
Yeah, I hear it's okay. Um, hmm, I don't know.
Let
Uh,
me pull up my. I built a deck like this a while ago that I played for a bit and I was having a good time with. Let's see what ice I put in it. I have to scroll way down.
if we got rid of the archive memories, we could put in 2 scorched earths. How do we feel about that?
About Scorches? I don't
Yeah.
know. I think mine. I was playing Invasion of Privacy and Scorch, so that I didn't have to run Traffic Accident, but I could still hit. I've had worse in the weird, fringe world that I live in, where the deck works.
Yeah.
Now, is this the deck I was playing? No, this is something else. I don't know what this is. This is nonsense.
This is always my struggle building a non-fast advanced um a NBN
Yeah.
where I don't know what frickin' things to splash for.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay. I was running Virgo, Troll, Sagittarius, Information Overload, 2 Archers, Viper, Toll Booth, 2 Bandwidth, 3 Wraparound, 1 Wall of Static, a single Bad Times, a single Snatch and Grab, 1 Archive Memories, 2 Ash, 2 Chrysium, 2 Melange. Yeah, this deck was actually pretty good too. I was as crazy as it sounds, like I was playing it for a while.
Um, I don't know. I think we're starting to get a little muddled here.
Yeah, there needs to be a purpose. Putting a card in just because it seems like a good card is
Yeah.
what makes it
Yeah.
muddled.
I think we do want Caduceus in this deck. I think we can just go tax and just make it so that they have to give up on tags and then that lets us Psycho Springboard, or if they don't give up on tags, we have scoring windows with Sand and doing normal NBN bullshit.
Right.
Um, I think maybe we want uh maybe Eli's instead of TMI's. No.
Three res cost, and then 4 credits across the table if we use the trace credits. I feel like you want to go with smaller barriers, and stay a little more gear check centric. Like
Yeah.
3 wraparound, 1 wall of static.
Yeah.
Because you want to have enough binary that you can actually get things on the board for a turn and not lose them. Like put an Ash down or put a Melange down or what have you.
I agree with that. Um, we need more money.
Yeah.
We're going kind of porous. Do
Three
we?
hedge, 3 sweeps. Melange is great because you can protect it with Ash
We're still short
to
we're
influence.
to influence.
Yeah. Got 2 Sands. Let's see, the archive. I don't know what the archive would be for now, since we're not playing Scorch or anything, other than just to get, I don't know, back closed accounts back.
I think an archer is good as a one of. What do you think of that?
I don't know. I think we're still playing in tandem with typical NBN that we want to get to 7 points. We're not, because without Scorch, it's not like, well, our plan is to manipulate them and eventually lead them into a misstep and flatline them. Like, these are just punishment cards that we use to punish a runner who goes too quickly. And bottom line is, a good runner against a tagging deck, they're going to be careful, and then you use the fact that they're being careful to just score 7 points.
Right.
So that's why you don't want to be flooded with too many punishment cards, because you might use one of them per game.
Right.
And it's usually off of breaking news.
Right. Clearly what this deck needs is Sensei. That's a joke, by the way.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we drop the archives, then we can open up more influence. Because I agree that I don't think that we need the archive anymore.
Oh, man. So tough.
There's always upgrades, but I don't know of any that aren't just further janky.
Yeah, we had Focus, Dan, and then we lost it. And less Melanges. Um,
Let's see. What's our strength spread on our sentries? We got Draco, Gutenberg, Viper is 4 strength, but Code Gate. I would try Sagittarius out. Having just one 4 strength sentry. It's a good gear check. Fires more often than you think. And if you're going to keep the Psychos, then either Manhunt or Virgo. But you probably don't want Virgo and Gutenberg at the same time.
do we want, like, something like 2 Beanstalks for, Siphon Recovery?
We have sweeps for that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, I'm just trying to use up the last
Yeah.
2 influence.
2 Chrysium Grid. Can never go wrong with Chrysium Grid.
Yeah, we only have 6 econ cards. We need more money. Like, a lot more money. Do we go...
Yeah, we gotta do something with this econ.
I don't know what we're doing.
Let's see. – 3 hedge, 3 sweeps. 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 3 hedge Yeah, we gotta get some more money in here. Yeah, with this a slower, the deck is clearly slower. It doesn't have the near top level draw. Acid Econ, even a trickling Acid Econ, over splashing more burst, over splashing a beanstalk. It's not like this is the world is yours or anything where we've got to like gas pedal it.
Yeah, I don't know. Mm,
There's marked accounts, pad campaigns. I think some kind of drip would be good. I don't know if I want to spend influence on it or not, but
product placement. You mean target marketing?
let's see. I don't think we're doing enough tags for the market research now. That was my idea to begin with, but
I mean, we could do red herrings instead of ash.
yeah, but we need to be less porous. We might be less porous now. It's hard to say without testing. You don't want to be porous and then float one trash cards.
That's true.
3 marked accounts, or yeah, or something. 3 pads, something like that. We need more money.
Or we could do 2 marked accounts, 2 pads.
Depends. How often were you clicking for credits?
More often than I'd like.
Yeah.
Um, let's go over to assets. Uh, mental health clinics could be okay in this deck too.
Yeah, they're fairly easy to trash. They do make the sweeps weeks better. What about the... Oh, if we're gonna put something in a remote that we want to give us money, what is the name of that card? I'm drawing a blank. I haven't eaten in like 10 years. It's Wayland, it's 2 influence, and it's just click for 2 credits.
Capital
Capital investors.
investors. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all up for trying new cards. I want something that can go in a remote. It would be nice if it didn't fire in groups of 3 clicks like Melange did. But it's just hard to say how the money game should go because the idea is still like you don't want a dirtle because then they're gonna set up, then they're gonna have more money.
Yeah, I mean, that gives us a fair bit of econ now. And we've still got 16 ice.
Huh. Gift is not bad. Someone suggested gift. I keep forgetting about using that out of faction. Let's see. 2 capital investors down takes us to 11. Gift is 3, right? So, I don't think we can fit 2 gift in.
No,
Three,
and
3 vipers is a lot of vipers, I will say. Because we could save 1 influence there, and then dump capital investors, and that leaves us 5 influence, which is kind of a weird. What is the influence on blue level clearance? 2 or 3? 2, right?
it's 2.
Can't imagine it being 3.
Um,
Hard to say which way to take it without trying it, because we're coming to a crossroads with cards like our extra econ and like our psychos.
yeah. I don't know. We're in kind of a weird space.
Yeah. What's our card number? 47. 2 card space, which we could probably open up to 3. 3 influence.
5 influence.
5 influence. That's right. Well, what's our ice count? Our ice count is 15, so we need to up the ice count, but what do you think about trying 3 marked over 2 and 2?
I mean, we could do marked.
Marked is a little bit more permanent, even though it is a little more click intensive. And then I still kind of like GLC. I don't know. I'm still thinking.
I mean, but then we have all this money, and what are we spending it on?
Ash traces to score agendas. But yeah, some kind of card draw, or ice, because 15 ice is not a lot for a deck that wants to play Ash remotes. Not a lot at all. Pretty much the rest of our slots, and then one more need to go to ice.
Dan's yelling at me for talking about having too much money.
Yeah, make the money. The answers will come.
Yeah.
Yeah, your opponent will give you reasons to spend it. Well said. Side 3 wrap around. Alright, so we can make those 2 allostatics Eli's per chance, and that will leave us with 1 influence. We keep ending up with weird numbers of influence. What's everybody's thought if we were to, oh no, there's no point in that. I'm wondering about Manhunt, because making it seems like the only place Manhunt would be worth playing.
We are so tight on deck slots right now, man.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's the sign that the deck is getting good, when your slots actually start becoming tight. It means a lot of the cards actually need to be in there. Let's see. You have a fixation with 2s.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. 2's a fine number.
It's the loneliest number since the number 1, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. What's a nice value one influence piece of ice?
Chum.
Yeah, no, we're not putting a 1 of chum in it. It's not impactful at all.
No, it gets you table respect.
What about Aaron? 1 of Aaron Boy.
Possible. We're pretty sentry heavy.
That's true.
I guess is fine. I feel like
I hear sentries are reasonably hard to break.
Yeah.
Well, we have
I can
We.
see Aaron Boy because we have so many
All
sentries.
right.
Actually,
Did you just ask say that there needs to be more traces? We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 13 cards that trace.
of cards that need to trace, though, what do we
Okay.
have? Let's see. All right, the ashes already making news pretty good. And Caduceus pretty much won't fire after it's rezzed. Viper is good. Period.
What's the name of that NBN upgrade that gives tags when people get to the bottom of a server?
Like Bernice Mai.
Yeah. What do you think about putting that in?
I don't know. It kind of just like works once,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure. It just depends on what you can do with that tag. I guess having options is nice. You just don't want to have so many options that your hand is full of options.
The solution is matrix analyzer.
Is my wife talking to you? Because she is obsessed with Matrix Analyzer.
Hey, we could always put a searchlight in.
Searchlight. I want FFG to explain to me what they were thinking when they made that card. My list is fairly well practiced. I'm gonna pull it back up again and do some comparisons. I haven't played it in a little bit, but I tried all kinds of fun stuff in it. I really liked the what do you call them? The constellation ice or whatever. Not constellation, zodiac. There it is. Like I played a Scorch version that played Taurus. That was fun.
All right, you know what? We're dropping Psycho. We're keeping closed accounts, but
Yeah,
we're dropping Psycho. We're putting in 2 Manhunt,
I like Manhunt a lot.
and we're gonna go tax fast advanced.
Okay. Yeah, having a plan gives us something to go on. Like, is Caduceus good enough that we want to run 3 of it out of faction and spend 6 influence on it? Viper is good enough to run 3 of. I don't know if we want to run 3, but I would say that it is good enough to do that.
All right, so we're looking for 2 pieces of ice that are 2 cost apiece, basically, to edge out this set.
4, 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay. This is looking pretty good. Manhunt is good. It would be nice to have ways to get Ash back, whether it be interns or what. But I know
People,
we're getting
hang
kind
on.
of full on operations.
People in the channel are yelling at us for getting rid of Psycho. The reason why I took Psycho out is because we're moving the deck more in a direction of taxing them to the point that we can just score out agendas with the sand grid.
Right. I think that tags are at their most potent when they just have one, basically. I mean, in this kind of a deck. You're always trying to leverage and threaten that one tag against them, and so you try to build the deck to accommodate punishing them for having one tag. Or you play Psycho, and then you should play mid-season. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. Alright, if we're putting in 1 Psycho, we're putting in an Archived Memories. And then we still are at 49 cards with 1 influence remaining. Man, trying to build these yellow decks are brutal.
Yeah, it's not a well explored. method at the moment.
Um, this is very difficult.
49 cards. I
Uh,
think that there should be a way to get Ash back, or there should be Cyberdex. There should be something for Clot.
oh my god. You're killing me here, Kyle.
I'm just looking at the deck from all angles, man. I mean,
I
bottom line is we've played two games with it, so it's hard to say.
I know, but we have so little room in this thing.
Yeah, I guess Archive Memories gets Ash back, and you can get Sand back. You can get close accounts back. That's pretty good.
Somebody suggested Ichi. That's not a terrible idea. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, we can always have more money.
I actually like Dan's list. I just don't like that it's low on money. Like I looked through the list and I was like, man, this has all of the things that I like. And it's like 49 cards and 15 influence. And then I'm like, 3 hedge, 3 sweeps. Granted, the ice matches the econ, which is good. I think there should be a couple more barriers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at Dan's list that they posted because they wanted critique. So let me critique the world champion real quick on the first episode of a stream.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know. It's a tough call.
I like the idea of the Ichi. I'm not sure about the 3 Caduceus. 2 credits is 2 credits. I mean, like, when you're talking about tax. I like the idea that he's doing Bernice Mai. Like, he's doing things that don't depend on breakers. That's what I was doing with mine as well, is a lot of cards like Manhunt, for example, or Troll, like cards that will fire regardless of whether you have breakers or not, to really leverage the making news credits.
Yeah. Dan, I appreciate you putting your deck up, but now it's making it impossible for me to think about this in objectively. Oh man.
I think the list looks alright.
Yeah, I mean, I think what it comes down to is that with this type of deck, you're always this is the safer version of the tag punishment idea that we were going for before because it's focused on taxing and the
Right.
taxing that tagging creates rather than trying to land a shitload of tags and then suddenly win. right? Because that's the more dangerous play. That's the more combo
Yeah,
dependent play.
it's a lot
This
more all in.
this deck is just going to be shitty to play against.
Yeah, it's harassing.
I don't know.
Just for the sake of it, I'm going
All
to
right, here's the
twist my
changes I
sword.
would make to the deck. I'm going to cut the archive memories. I'm going to cut a Viper. Um, what would I? What would Dan Spinoza do? Um, go down to one Eli. Put in a wall of static. Just so we have a little bit of variance. Yeah, we don't. In this type of deck, we're hardly ever gonna have the standing cash for 2 toll booths, so we're gonna do 1 toll booth. Pop-ups. Um, um, go down to 2 marked accounts. That gives us 2 cards to play with and a crap load of influence. Um, hmm. Why has this got to be so hard? Why are building yellow decks? Why is building yellow decks so difficult for my brain?
It's because, you know, the yellow deck is so good that all of the other yellow decks just seem inferior by contrast.
I guess, yeah, I
Because,
guess.
like, you know, we've just come into this cloud era where everybody's, like, very polarized about Near Earth Hub. Like, it's winning sometimes, it's not winning sometimes. And then you're like, I'm going to build something with this faction that does not just score Astros as fast as possible. And then you're like, but but why?
But yeah,
Unless I can
but
make it
why wouldn't
better.
you? But yeah, but why wouldn't you just score Astros?
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's why, like, it has to make an impact. There has to be a reason for it to work and carve its own place into, you know, the meta that already exists, especially the runner meta.
sometimes I just want to put a one of. I'm not gonna do it, but sometimes I really just want to put a one of Komainu in decks, just to destroy people's days when they face
Yeah.
check it.
Yeah. And I was playing up until Cloud, I was playing Near Earth Hub, like Turtlebacks Fast Advance, and I would put a single Psychic Field in, and I had a great time with that.
Yeah, I think the market researchers definitely need to go back to being NAPDs if we're doubling down on tax. I do want Bernice Mai in this deck. I think, at
Yeah,
least as a one of, that's just too good of a damn card. And when it works, it's great. Like when they have to run that remote last click, and maybe they think it's an Ash, or I don't even know. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. It works
Like,
well with Ash also in the deck because of the information that you can mislead with.
man, slots in this deck are so ridiculously snug. Um, I don't know. I still like the idea of putting a one of each. I just love that ice, especially against like Gabe putting that shit on archives. It's like delicious.
Delicious.
It's so good. It's certainly not bad. Let's put it that way. Um, what else is 2 influence that's actually like good?
Ichi.
I mean, but we already have 1 Ichi.
Oh, okay. Let me look over what you got going on here. Yeah, you got the Ichi. 4, 4, and 7. 2 influence. Hmm.
Hey, we could put in Chase's favorite ice. Put in a one of Sarugi.
Inazuma, that is true. Inazuma is pretty cool.
Well,
I don't know about synergy, but you
it's
know,
not. It's not
it's
doing.
pretty cool.
It's not really doing anything for us in this deck. No, I got it. Last two influences, one archive memories. And then that leaves us with one card to play with. And I think we definitely need one more piece of ice.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Anything basically, like an enigma or quandary
and then that gets us up to 16 pieces of
or
ice.
a third Draco.
I actually think this looks pretty solid.
You at 49 yet?
I'm at 49 and 15 influence even.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that looks pretty good. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I think it's a good place to start. I want to see how it gels when we start drawing cards.
Well, unfortunately, that's not going to be this evening, ladies and gentlemen, because I have to be in work at 7 in the morning tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I should eat sometime today also.
yeah, yeah. Damn jobs getting in the way of our Netrunner playing. It's a sad day.
Thank you everyone for tuning into the stream and, you know, doing what the competitive Netrunner community does best and criticize every card selection and hammer this piece of crap into something good. Or, you know, less bad. I'll be correct.
No, I mean, but this is good. I mean, and we got Dan in here, and we got Zero in here, and a bunch of other people that I recognize from the
Yeah.
net. So this
Yeah.
is good. All right, now Dan, what you have to do is between now and regionals, you have to hit yourself on the head with a shovel really hard, so you forget that you saw this. Not that
So
it's
are you
gonna.
guys in the same regional meta?
Yeah, me and Dan both go to Philly.
Excellent.
You remember Kyle? We had this discussion. That's why I think I suck. It's just because the guys at Philly are really good,
Right.
and also that I suck.
Comparison paralysis.
Yeah. Yeah, good talk, everybody. Yeah, everybody, thank you very much for joining us. It might take me a little bit into the weekend to edit this up, but I will also have it on the YouTube channel so it can be reviewed. And hope to see you guys again. We're going to try to do this at least once a week and put out the announcement for it at least a little bit ahead of time. So thanks very much, everybody, and have a great night.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, we'll catch you next time on Dirty Laundry.
Woo, woo.